And I would love to see him at Over the Top.
But now what I need everyone to do is get your phones ready for screen recording, whatever you need to do, because Phil has the magical key at this stage. Phil is... Oh, don't give me that look, Phil. Phil is probably the only person in the world that would have a rough idea where our unicorn, Danny Tesch, is. Phil whipped out, and I wish I recorded it, but Phil had a little training session, and he chucked a little sneaky 10-second video. This would probably be 18 months ago now. And he had Danny Tesch, and he's growing his hair like Jesus, and he come out and had a bit of a hit out.
I'm convinced that man doesn't exist.
He does. And Phil's got the hookup.
And he's an enigma. He is an enigma. Look, Danny did an Alexei Vavoda. Well, if you take away the Brezhnev match, Danny retired on a high note. He retired on the ultimate high note. And look, arm wrestling is not his focus at the moment. So he's just, which is a shame because he's an incredibly talented guy. You know, his physical attributes for the sport, his integrity, his shoulder integrity, the positions he was willing to get into. And he's just an awesome guy about it. So it'd be great to have him back because I think he was just a little disillusioned later in the game with, you know, going to WAF and getting smoked by the top 5 guys. You know, he got 10 at WAF in the 90 kilo class, which is an incredible achievement for an Australian. Yeah. If you guys know, you know the names in that class. It's an absurd class to be in. And Danny got 10. He was still disappointed because the guys who won were the Gasparinis, the Prudniks, all these guys were up the pointy end of that draw. And he just felt like he was so far away from being able to get close to those guys. So in his mind, it's like, I want to be the best in the world. And if I can't, I'll give it my best shot. But if I can't, maybe it's not for me, which is a shame because everyone's going to take losses in this sport. Everyone. Devin says that. John says that. But he did so incredibly well. So look, I'm doing my best, guys.
How old is he?
33.
Oh, so he's just now getting into the old man strength where the ligaments and tendons are catching up to the muscle. So he would probably be better right now.
Well, I'll find out this next weekend. We're going to jump on the table and lift a few weights. So we'll see what condition he's in.
Yeah, Phil. You need to ask Danny Tesch how much money it would cost for me to get an exclusive interview. I will pay Danny Tesch money. He doesn't want to talk about it. I checked on Wikipedia. I think he's only said 14 words in his entire life. I can do the talking. But if you can somehow get the Aussie Armwrestler, and mate, it only has to be half an hour. He can set a timer up, give me half an hour of his time. I will pay him money.
You're not the first man who's tried this.
I know Neil Pickup is hot on his tail.
Everyone wants. Look, it's nothing to do with money. At the end of the day, Danny's he's a very introverted, shy guy. It has nothing to do with money at all. It's just not. My job is to try and subtly get him back into the sport, to sort of drop a few teasers, get him on the table, see if the very act of gripping up reignites some of those great memories. So look, if we can get him back, it's benefit for the sport. Everyone obviously wants him back, so.
He just needs half an hour alone with the Aussie Armwrestler, and he will be back in spades. I'll tell you, it'd be interesting, the bidding war, to get that first exclusive interview with. Oh man, it'd just be unreal. If we get, if Phil, if you can show us the pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. If you don't achieve anything in 2022 except for get Danny Tesch back on the table.
And I would love to see him at Over the Top in his best shape.
Oh.
Just out of nowhere, no one knows he's coming, and Danny turns up, and that would be amazing.